Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another exciting chapter of A Tale of D20 Presents Tarot, a mass new generation story, where five friends tell a story. Nope, my math is wrong. Let's do that one more time. There's only four of us.
Guest stars? Guest stars?
All right, we'll just
Cameo?
call him the guest star.
Cameo.
I'll do that again. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to yet another exciting chapter of A Tale D20 Presents Tarot, a mass new generation story, where four friends journey together to tell a story of mythic proportion. So, without further ado, let's remove the bookmark and continue our magical tale. Cue the intro. So, mighty heroes of the Arcana. When last we had joined together, we had quite the decisive, mostly emotionally decisive battle. Your debut as heroes who have been chosen by the Arcano Star as minor arcana. Still fumbling through what that means and that weight that's been placed on your shoulders. You fought up against the Kirin, the mighty beasts that attack our beloved city of Metroton. But you did not show off exactly how well you worked together as a team, as there were attacks upon the city and all the collateral damage that you seem to have caused, arguments that went back and forth to when your protector, your familiar Nixus, had to appear and influence the battlefield in order for you to become successful and defeat the Kishin. Not only that, but in your review of the battle, there was a dark vision that Samara had, where she saw the moon, the dark arcana, aka the Umbral Council member, formulating a plot, a plan to get rid of Nixus, who's protecting you, and turn you all to the dark side. And with that, a week is going to pass, and we're going to see how our lives in Metroton High develop. But before we do that, we ask the cards for their guidance as we go ahead and make a 3-card pull to see what the past, present, and future has in store for us. So, let's go ahead and have this reading. The Emperor for your past. The Magician for your present. And the Knight of Pentacles reversed for your future.
I think this makes me feel about like thinking of becoming a leader, or having the like failing. Like it felt like he failed as a leader. Like he called his friends, he asked for like the support, and Nixus yelled at him, his friends yelled at him, so it just felt like a true loss. And I felt like this card means to me, it's because he hasn't been listening to his leaders or hasn't been getting enough guidance from them. And so that this representation is saying that we've been chosen, but have we been really leaning into it? Have we been really trying to learn? And maybe that's where this card is pulling me.
Well, I think over the last week, Lula May has been feeling very insecure, and she's determined to do better, but it's frustrating because nothing's really been happening in the city this week. So there hasn't been a chance. So there's just this like feeling of still being scolded and not being able to prove myself worthy, feeling like I need to be cautious, I need to do better. So there's that like grounded part, but how do I prove to my authority figure that I'm worthy of praise instead of being scolded, if that makes sense?
Oh no, totally. Ooh, I can't wait to see how that develops.
Right into the flow, what I just mentioned for her. She'd been hunkering down. That was her past. And now this is the present. She's bearing the fruit of her labor, and she's going to see it manifest. She's going to strive to make sure that not only is the budget for student government upheld and passed, but also that she makes sure that when her abilities are, when she's trying to utilize her skills, especially her body transmutation, she can get it down to the molecular level. That's a lot for a teenager to have to stress over the past week, but hopefully it pays off.
We will see what the future is, what is in store in the future, but we will let the fiction tell the story and let the cards be our guide and the dice determine our fate. We thank the cards for their guidance. Thank you, cards.
Thank you, cards.
Thank you, cards.
Thank you, cards.
And now we shall turn the page of the manga up and begin this chapter. The page opens up as we see a tall building made out of glass and metal, a shining chromatic beacon in the heart of Metroton. Here we can see that the floor is more like tiles from the large gateway that stretches across the perimeter of what looks to be hundreds of feet. This is a massive building. It is several stories tall, and you can see in the tiles on the ground from the gate, they illuminate, showing direct words that direct that direct students to their locations. As they step on it, you see first period in the eastern wing, and students can easily use that to guide them where they need to be. The doors are tall, about 30 feet. We pass by the many classes and hear overhead from the speakers, "Attention students, please report to your homeroom class. Once again, students, please report to your homeroom class." Immediately, everyone moves and shifts, stops their talking before closing their lockers that automatically seals before they make their way into the homeroom class. And here's where we will see our first meeting in their uniforms inside the school setting of our heroes. Bryce, what are you doing? And describe how you look as you enter into your homeroom class of 6C.
Bryce is taking off his sunglasses and folding them and putting them away in his Prada case, closing them and putting them neatly into his bag, pulling out a sketchbook, or not a sketchbook, like a what are they called? The marble notebook pads.
Composition book?
composition book and flipping to a section in the back where there's mostly done homework. So you could see there's a few answers that he's been thinking about filling in. So you see he's sort of trying to keep it cool and use this homeroom period to get in a few answers. His blonde hair is sort of, wetly tousled forward. He has just grown in a few little blonde beard pieces, not as full as mine. This is Travis, but I trimmed a little bit to hopefully represent Bryce's youthful face. But you could see him sort of just taking in the moment of the day and finishing his homework as any late student would.
As mentioned previously, Samara does have a 0 period, so she's already been at school for some time. So she'd be at the very front of the classroom, already has her books out, already has her permission granted recorder, because she's studious, and when she can't take notes physically, she wants to be able to go back and listen to them audibly. So her desk looks like almost like a well-curated writer's desk. She's got, this is homeroom, so it's not really like she's got any like actual textbooks out, but she's got her notebooks, she's got her bag, she's got everything exactly where she needs it, and she's in her element. She kind of like looks up when she sees Bryce enter the classroom, and she kind of clocks a little bit of a half of an eye roll before clearing her throat and saying, while looking down at her book while writing, not breaking eye contact with the book, saying, "Good morning, Bryce."
Oh, good to see you. Did you happen to get the vibe of the last answer?
The writing was a bit contrite, but honestly, it's got a bit of an outdated opinion, and I think that the professor, or the teacher, I should say, is going to be just happy with whatever take you have.
Okay, I take out my phone and I'm Googling contrite reflections of like to understand. If the audience sees him Googling these words as he sits down and starts writing, the vibe was contrite and filling in that last paragraph as he sits down in front of Sammy. Oh, and as he sits down in front of Sammy, I'll get into character now. I forgot. Thanks, Sammy. I like your big words.
You're welcome, Bryce.
And Lula May, where would our bull be located at this time as homeroom period begins in 6C?
Yeah. Well, Lula May would most likely have gotten there a little bit early and sat down probably right next to Sammy, if that's all right. And just so everything looks pristine. Her hair, her long wavy blonde hair is sort of tied up. It looks that effortlessly messy, but perfectly together. But she is, of course, wearing a freshly pressed uniform, as always, and has just a little sky blue ribbon tied up around her hair that she is known to wear most days. I think I'm just sitting there doing some work, trying to stay focused. That's the important thing right now. Stay focused.
Alrighty. And as you all are hear the last sounds of the bell that rings over the loudspeaker, walking into class is your homeroom teacher. He's a tall, muscular man with dark skin, short black hair. He wears a red sweater vest and blue jeans, carrying a book in his hands. He looks up at the rest of you, brown eyes, as Mr. Adisa, or Kojo Adisa, your home teacher here, stands and looks at all of you.
Good morning,
Hello.
Mr. Adisa.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning, class. Good morning, Lula. I have some announcements, everyone. If you can just settle down for a moment. We are going to have a special guest coming to us today, a good old friend of mine, and I'm very excited for you to meet him. He has worked as an authority figure here in Metro City, and he's one of the strongest leaders and friends that I've known. He's here to give a special presentation for all of you in time for homecoming. And he looks around and his eyes kind of lock briefly on the three of you. Odd that he focuses on you for a moment, but he continues. I would like to introduce our guest speaker, Rico Alvarez. The class begins to clap for a moment, and you see coming out in what looks to be a suit of blue and gold, almost like a police captain's outfit. He has a cap on that stretches out and covers the top of his head, the lip of it with different stars going all the way across. He walks very succinct as he is tall. Light brown skin and looks like he's in his 40s. He has broad shoulders. He's very well groomed. The way he carries himself is that of like a seasoned commander as he turns and looks at all of you. Hello, class. I'm so glad to meet each and every one of you. For your homecoming, I have a special treat, and I've been going around to each of the homerooms to introduce myself and prepare you for the coming days that will be your most brightest in all of your career here at Metroton High. You are going to be upstanding citizens that will take our city to the next level. What you will learn here in your years here, you will take for you for the rest of your days. So, put your chins up, be strong, have stiff stern of character, and prepare yourselves. He goes ahead and gives a stern smile, and gives you a salute almost, as there's a presence that gets pushed against him, an aura that he exudes. A lot of the students who were sleeping stand up straight. As that happens, they begin to continue and have conversation, explaining about the purpose of what's going on, all the events that will transpire in the rest of the school year before the bell rings, letting you all know that home period is over as you all head to your next class. Everyone gets up and prepares to move. And at this point, we should all jump in and roll our special Janus identity rolls to see on how that affects us as we go through our school days.
We got some spicy rolls.
I just leveled up.
Oh, you did too. Don't worry, babe. I got lower than you even.
Yeah, one hit, one partial success.
Yay.
All right.
Yay.
So, Samara, what did you
Rice.
I got a 5.
A 5. Okay. So that is going to be a miss.
I already marked potential, and I'm taking my advancement as we speak. And I'm taking the mask.
Ooh.
The Janus.
Very nice. And please, for us, describe what that does for you and what that means.
I think that Samara has been. I mean, all of our characters have been really heavily into their secret identities, But I think that Samara, knowing what's at stake, is going a step above. And she is making sure that whenever she is in costume, in her superheroic persona, that she's not just wearing a mask, but that she's also acting differently to throw people completely off. She's leaning entirely into this secret identity. And when you wear a mask, you get to hide your real identity and you choose what label you try to embody while wearing your mask. So when she is in her hero costume, she will essentially be utilizing her. I think right now she's known for her freak. So I think freak is going to be the label that she's going to embody while wearing her mask. And yeah, it gives me a little perk once per session. I can either affirm or my heroic or super or my secret identity to switch my mundane with that mask's label. Don't worry. Either way, would have still been a miss. Would have been a 6 either way. So I'm not using it, but it's a cool little perk. And when I do reveal my secret identity to someone who didn't know it already, I get to mark potential.
Very nice. But because that is a failure, you do get a couple complications when it comes to your obligations. Now, I believe you have obligations inside of school as someone who's clearly an overachiever, it seems. What are your school obligations? I believe you are student council member, head of student council, or at least on the.
No, I'm student government treasurer.
That's right.
And I also have a job. And I also have my social is with my club advisor, Mr. Blythe, the student government advisor.
Got it. All that superheroing and all those that vision that you got before, I'm going to say it affects your school life in both with Mr. Blythe in student government. You did not perform tasks that were due, and it's probably just popping into your head that, as well as both in your student council and treasury, the homecoming's coming up, and you were supposed to be in charge of getting the budget ready for that today. We'll see how that plays out, as it's going to be a big deal. The homecoming is, well, homecoming. All right. And we have Diamond, who rolled a 3.
Yeah.
So go ahead and mark potential.
Right.
And what are your obligations? Remind us.
So Diamond or Lulume has schoolwork. So straight A student, would like to be valedictorian someday. That is the goal. So very, very think like type A when it comes to making sure obligations are taken care of and work is done. So schoolwork, cheerleading, and popularity. And honestly, I think Lulume has been feeling so insecure and so conflicted. I don't think I've been spending that much. I know you get to choose, but I actually don't think I've been spending much time trying to maintain my popularity. And who knows what else.
Ooh.
But of course, you get to decide. That's how it's written.
No, I like that. I'm going to say you've had days that you're supposed to hang out with your friends, and you've had obligations with, being someone as popular as you are. People want to see you, and you haven't been showing up to any gatherings, after school activities, cheering on the sports teams, hanging out after class. You've just been too focused on other things. And I think that's going to affect the students and how they see you, as well
right before homecoming.
Right before homecoming. And let's not forget, because you are a straight A student, you are meticulous, and there's a book report that's due today by the end of day that you have not even started writing because of what happened last week. I'm going to say this is a report for English class, and your English teacher, in this case for you, is none other than Kojo.
No, I can't disappoint him.
You can't. he is expecting that, but we'll see how that plays
Can-
out as we go on.
Can we say it's the same assignment that Bryce already almost finished and came in talking about in the morning?
Yes. You overheard Bryce and
It
Samar talking
reminded
about
me.
it. Yes.
And I was like, and then so the whole time, the reason that she didn't pop off on Bryce or do anything sassy, she heard it and then immediately started working. Like, oh
Alrighty. And the only success we have here, Rip.
no, rub it in. Ouch.
Remind us
Please.
of your obligations, please.
Yeah, I put mine in the apps. If you scroll up a smidge, they're right there. But I have a job. So I'm a host at Le Vedette, our upscale French restaurant in town. I'm on the football team and to a lesser extent participate in the chess club, school government, and schoolwork. And I have my social life is popularity as well. And so with the partial success, it says things are going pretty well. You have an opportunity to take advantage of one, but lapsed on another. And so I think with homecoming coming, I think I've been doing pretty well and getting around and talking to people and showcasing myself. And, you know, maybe I won a football game recently. So I've been doing pretty well there. But as I stated previously, I've been trying to do better at also being superhero. So like I've been missing or not taking shifts at my restaurant job and slacking there and disappointing the people that you know need me to work. And some of my coworkers, I promised I'd take shifts because I'm a high schooler who normally has free time, and maybe disappointed a few people.
Well, I like that. And yeah, we'll see if you when you go and report to your job at La Vedette. We will see if you even still have a job.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
Or maybe you get to talk your way out of it. We'll have to find out.
Maybe.
But yeah, so with the class bell ringing and everyone making their way, where do we find our heroes going?
Am I headed to English now? Or is that later?
Later. You have plenty of time before, so you don't have to make up for that. But you get this kind of in-between period before heading up to your next class. We have some time to catch up, probably deal with your obligations before heading to your next class.
Well, Lulamay's absolutely going to head toward the next class so that I'm nearby and I won't be late to that, of course. Wouldn't want to be tardy at all. But I will absolutely sit down. A lady sits properly and bring out my notebook, my books, all that, and start working on that book report. Make sure anytime between passing periods, I'm so sorry that I am not going to be able to be as popular and social, but I need to finish this. I cannot disappoint Mr. Adisa. He is my favorite teacher, after all.
Bryce's first period's gym, so he's headed to the gym locker rooms to change, but he also still has that notebook and pencil, and he's working on finishing that last few words because he just doesn't feel like he has contrite right in the sentence, and he wants to ask Sammy later before he hands it in. So he's rewriting the words Sammy said earlier in that last paragraph of the book report. That's 85%, 90% done now as he prepares for gym.
That's 85% more than me.
Yeah.
At least Sammy did the assignment. There's that.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that in this moment, Sammy is going to also realize that she has not completed that report. And I think that she is going to make a beeline for the school library. And she is going to request a request a. I'm not sure exactly if it might be from New York, but when you want to request a computer during lunch, you have to first off request it because there's so many people and limited computers. So I think that Sammy is going stopping by the library and she's putting her name in. So during lunch, she can come back and guarantee that she has a computer she can use to work on that budget. So she's not completely, for lack of a better term, crapped out when she has to finally meet with Mr. Blythe at the end of the school day. Because student government is usually at the end of the day. At least always in my school. But yeah. Samara is like, gotta go fast.
Samara, as you're walking around the school, as you go to the library, it's a massive library. This is sophisticated. You can see different levels, and there are robotic attendants who are putting in books and placing them. As you turn around after signing your name, sign up on the telepad, or not telepad, sorry, on like the holopad, putting your name in there, you look up and kind of bump into another student. He's about 5'7", younger than you. You're a sophomore, skinny, with kind of like this bright peach skin and wearing glasses. His clothes are a little slop and sloppy, but he tucks in his shirt as he looks up at you with his short red hair. This is Eric, another member of the student council. As he looks up, placing his glasses. I'm so glad I ran into you, Samara. Everyone back in student government is kind of upset as they're awaiting your budget proposal, and I was told to find you. Where have you been? This is so unlike you.
Oh, hello there, Eric. How are you? Good morning, first of all. Second of all, student government is at the end of day. I understand that we have to give the report and budget in, and that is my task. I understand that, but I also have to get to first period. So we can walk and talk, but I can't do both. I mean, we can walk and talk, but I can't stand here and give you the budget whilst not being on time to first period. So, shall we?
Okay. He gets up and starts walking with you, as trying to catch up, as he's a little slower and doesn't move at your pace. But what do I tell everyone else? They told me to check in. I can't go back empty-handed. Do you have anything? The floats, we have the decorations. How much?
I think that Samara is going to take a deep breath. And she's going to be honest. And she's going to say, Eric, you're a freshman, right?
Yeah, a sophomore now.
Sophomore, sorry. That's right. Sophomore. So you're not yet taking advanced placement classes yet, are you?
No.
No, that's all right. I didn't think so. But I do say that if you keep your studies up, you'll be able to get into them next year. But the thing about that is that the curriculum is very, very demanding. So just between you and I haven't finished the budget. I understand before you lose your head how catastrophic this is. But at the same time, it's homecoming. It happens every single year, and it will happen this year with or without the budget being handed in at this very moment. So I'm trying to level with you. Would you mind if you just go back and let them know that as of right now, I have it on a file and I just haven't printed it out yet? And she kind of takes out a flash drive. I would love to roll and provoke Eric.
I was thinking.
I'm rolling with not a great stat. It's my savior. I mean, it's superior. It's -1. Wish me luck, y'all.
Good.
All right. Please play nice dice. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
So you get to mark potential. He looks over at you and he goes, you asked me to lie tomorrow?
You would say that.
No, I can't do that. That's so unlike you. I look, look. I'm going to just tell them that you will have it ready for the end of school and that you are still finalizing it. That's how should keep them off, but I'm not going to just go ahead and tell a lie. But please make sure it's done by then, or else there may not be any homecoming to go to.
Oh no. End of the world.
Just,
I'm sorry. You're right, Eric. I'll do better.
you know,
You have my word.
please, a lot of people look up to you. Don't let anyone down. I gotta go. And he kind of walks off as he storms off, getting influence over you, Eric, and will hopefully not tattle. I would like to then, as you at the class, meet up more with Lula May before we move on over to Bryce. So, at this point, Lula May, you were heading to another class, or remind us where she will be heading now.
Yes, Lula May would be heading to her next class. I don't think we decided this ahead of time, but I think I'll just say it's maybe history.
That's fine.
I already have that work done, so at least I can focus on this book report in the passing period and try to get some of that done.
You start walking to your class and all that, and you notice over a set of students. They're talking by one of the corners, and they look up and see you, and you recognize them. One of the many cliques that you deal with here. And they look up at you, and you notice this one girl who stares, long black hair. She wears a bow like yours. She usually wears a bows like yours in her black hair, but red. But you see that it is suspiciously taken off, and her hair is now flowing all the way down. Her blue eyes look on over to you with a sort of anger, and you see them. You see her kind of whispering to the group as she very obviously turns away. And you know this is Alexa.
I just take a deep breath, and as subtly as I can sigh, I close my book, stand up, brush off my skirt. Oh, well, hi there, Alexa. It's so good to see. Well, doesn't your hair look amazing today? Absolutely gorgeous. I've never seen it flowing down like that.
Oh, hi, Lula May. Fancy seeing you around because I guess you finally found time to grace us with your presence.
Well, it is a Monday, and of course we are at school. So, but of course, I felt so terrible about missing our run the other day. I was thinking it would be such an absolute delight to host all of you at my home. Maybe tomorrow night?
Oh, you want to have us? We thought that
Oh,
maybe you
no,
didn't
I
want
would.
to hang out with us anymore.
Oh, can I even imagine a world where I wouldn't want to hang out with you? You're an absolute delight. No, 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 no. I'm so sorry. Truly, I feel absolutely horrible. But I've been struggling with some family business. You know how it is. But everything's just fine and peachy keen now. And we would absolutely love to have you over for dinner. You know, my mama cooks amazing.
Huh. She stares at you, her eyes squinting a little bit, and she does seem angry. Go ahead and roll with superior as you're trying to kind of provoke her.
Okay. All right, let's roll. Please. Please, dice. Oh, okay. Defend or reject is not a thing. Great. Okay. 11. Success.
Ooh, Very nice. Very nice. She looks over to you, and she almost, and you see her grab something in her pocket, and that anger she had kind of drifts away. And she looks at the other group, and they kind of nod their head. Yeah, you're right. Your mom does do amazing cooking. I mean, look, Luli, we just miss you, us all. I just we wanted to make sure we hang out and all that. And she takes out the ribbon that she has, and she just starts to tie it in her hair, back in her hair, just
Oh,
matching your hairstyle.
you are too sweet. I truly, I appreciate the grace that you're showing me today. Stressful week or so, but I'll be there and I'll be happy to see all of your beautiful faces. I believe that my mama is planning on making peach cobbler for dessert.
Oh, they all start to nod and smile. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Lula.
Thank you. Oh, sweetie, you have nothing to thank me for. I'm just happy everything is peachy keen. Peach cobbler, peachy keen. It's all just in the same vein, right?
They all start laughing. We missed you, Lula. Don't go running. Don't go hiding yourself anymore. I
Oh
love
no,
seeing your
no, no.
sparkling face. You shine bright.
Oh, well, hopefully I'll be shining bright when it comes for homecoming.
Of course. We don't know. You didn't tell us yet, but you're running for homecoming queen, right?
Well, I mean, if people want me to, of course, I would be
Yeah.
absolutely honored.
Well, just let you know that you have all of our votes.
Darling.
And just between you and me,
Mhm.
maybe homecoming king might be Bryce. I would love to see you two together. I think you'll be a perfect couple up there.
Oh, goodness. That boy, as flirty as he is, I will say he can throw football. And that hair, I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it. But we would make good pictures, right?
Beautiful ones. Well, we gotta go to class. Come on, everyone, and don't clear your schedules because we're all going over to Luli's house tomorrow in a few days. Ciao,
Tomorrow
ciao for
night,
now.
I'll
Tomorrow
send you the
night.
details.
Thank you. And she walks away. It's good. You've improved your social standing, it seems, with them.
As they
Yeah.
leave, Lula looks down at her notebook that's unfinished and just, "Whew, this is going to be a day," and heads into class.
Got it. And Bryce, as you get ready for your gym class, the rest of the team is inside in the locker room as well. A bunch of the guys just piled over you and say, "Bryce, buddy!" And of course, just your quarterback, your favorite running back, and best friend here on the team, Justin Caldwell. He has kind of this dirty blonde hair and a similar style as yours, except for he has a slight mullet in the back that stretches down. He's very muscular, though about a few inches shorter than you are, about like 5'8" or so. Lean. He looks on over to you with bright green eyes and says, "Buddy, that was a great game last week. You really know how to throw that. You really know how to throw that pigskin down the. This is me not knowing football terms. Oh my goodness.
See, that was your homework. Look up football terms. Like how I just said he throws a football. I don't know. You're the quarterback, right?
I'm going to fumble these terms myself.
Oh,
I say, Justin, bro, I couldn't have won these games without you. You're my number one running back. You're always open, man. And I go to like whap, like high five or ball tap, depending on which seems appropriate.
Either
for high school boys.
you do one and the other. He's like, oh man, Bryce. So homecoming's coming up. You got a date? Are you going with anybody? What's the deal? What's the D? Come on.
I mean, I don't know. We're are we freshmen? What are we? I totally forgot.
You're juniors.
It's only junior prom. It's not like it's senior prom. I'm trying not to make a big
homecoming.
deal. Homecoming. I'm trying not to make a big deal out of it. You know, everyone expects me to like pick one of the cheerleaders, but like I don't know if they like me like that. I mean, Lula's always giving me a hard time. I don't know.
I mean, she is pretty popular and look good on your side. I mean, trust me, the cheerleaders, they're fawning over you, dude.
All right, maybe I'll ask her this week. Thank goodness we got a little bit of time. I don't know. How about you, bro? Who you eyeing?
Me? Man, there's a couple. Let's just say my phone's ringing off the hook, and I'm just gonna get a dartboard, throw it at a name, see which lucky girl gets to take me to the homecoming dance. Hey.
Okay, bro. So when they all shoot you down, you can come over to my house. I'll take you. We'll go together.
He gets a little like that anime sweat drop on his head. Beard's like, dude, I could do it on my own. Jeez, as he embarrassed. The rest of the football team behind him kind of snickering and laughing.
No. I know. I can't wait to see who you bring. I think it's going to be a good time. Last year's theme was fucking sick.
But hopefully this one's supposed to be good. I mean, I think I heard rumors was that Sammy girl, whatever, she was the one to get in the budget and all that. I heard it's supposed to be something sick. Swear if they ruin it, though.
Sammy, you said. Sammy's really smart. Sammy will know how to make sure that we get extra money or whatever. Like, not extra money, but like we'll have enough for like a cool day. Sammy's fun like that.
Well, we better. One of the girls in the student government probably gonna end up taking her. Who knows? Has been, I don't know, going crazy and crying about how something about a budget or something and looking for money, and then that it was Sammy's fault. I don't know. They're pretty angry.
Back up. I'm gonna stand up.
Whoa, dude. I mean, I didn't.
You do know that her sibling died? You're being a dickhead right now. She's been going through a bunch of shit.
I mean, go ahead and also, yeah. I'm like, you guys are really going up and influencing, provoking the students here as you as welcome role superiors. You're trying to see if you can get them to back down from that.
Oh, I was like, yay, 11. No, that was the I hit the other thing. Okay. Just a 6.
A 6. Okay. So go ahead and mark that potential as he goes, dude, look, I'm not trying to, like, what, you got a crush on her or something? Look, I'm just saying that she better not fucking mess up the dance. Though, like, this is our thing. We're on the football team. You're the youngest quarterback that Metroton High has ever seen as a junior, and I'm trying to make sure that our stage is perfect. We are the kings of Metroton High, and I'm not trying to hear it that some weird lame girl over at the student government couldn't put on a good show because she couldn't handle the money.
You said it yourself. I'm the youngest, best football captain this team has, and we're kings because of me. So chill it. And I'm just gonna, since I lost the role, I won't escalate it any further, but I'll just sort of say that and sort of walk away and be like, you didn't even give her a chance. And like make our way out of the locker room to class.
Okay, I do get to make a move as he goes, you know what, Bryce? I know something's been funny's been going on. You've been distracted as of lately, and now you're defending nerds. Just don't let me think you're losing your edge. And he kind of looks on over you, and he doesn't have influence over you as a friend. So I would say he is going to go ahead and talk with the other guys. Listen, remember, keep an eye on Bryce. I swear, if he loses us the big game, and everyone kind of just all talking to like your number two and all that, seeing this kind of interaction between, getting a little bit of doubtful on you. And then I'm going to need you to go ahead and what way you be feeling as we're going to say he's going to make you mark a condition here, as now you standing up for Sammy seems to be lowering your cred, if it will, with the football team.
I felt pretty popular, and even though I still think I'm gonna do pretty good because of my role earlier, in the moment I'm feeling I'll take insecure. I feel like I had a very reasonable pushback, and these dudes are being ridiculous. So, and I thought that my bros had me, and they don't.
All right.
Fucked up, bro. It's fucked up, bro.
All right. So as you continue and head to your gym class and go, Bryce, you do get a text message on your phone before you close up your locker and leave that says, Bryce, and it's a message from that says, or either your dad or Papa, whoever you would call your father, in your phone. Bryce, I need you to get to the restaurant. I need you to get to the restaurant immediately after class. Why am I hearing news that you haven't been showing up? Don't make me have to clean up your mess again. Report to La Vedette immediately after class.
You see in his phone, it's DCO is what it says, because his father's name is Duke Carter. Oberon is our last name, so Duke Carter Oberon. And you see absolutely, period, sorry, period, understood, period, send.
All right. So, I would like us to fast forward as the school day goes on and we reach to the final period, as before events escalate. The final bell rings and you all have to report to your after-school obligations and activities. What do we see the three of you doing at this point? Do you guys meet up at all? Still no sign from Nixus, no monsters on the horizon. It seems to be just another ordinary day where you must just live your masks, live your lives as normal citizens here in Metroton.
I'm so sorry I missed it. How far in the day are we?
We are at the end of the day
Okay.
at this point. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is all your obligations seem to all transpire at the end of the day. So I would like to know where you all will be heading, as there seems to be no trouble going on right now in Metroton High.
Okay.
Or Metroton City.
Then I would definitely at the end of the day probably go to cheerleading practice.
All right. So
I don't know if maybe... Can we say that football practice and cheerleading happen around the same time? And I show up looking for Bryce. Is Bryce there, or is Bryce leaving for work?
I would have had to go talk to the coach. So you see Bryce in basically a tuxedo, because he has to dress up as the host for the restaurant.
Right.
So you see he's basically in full formal wear, and saying to the coach, like, I'm sorry, I promise I'll make next practice. Like, I have to go. I'm going to lose this job. My father's down my neck. I promise. Like, you know how good I was in the last game. Like, I'll make sure I'll get into practice before our homecoming game. And he's like, I gotta go, like, regardless of what the coach is saying.
Yeah.
But you sort of see him like leaving, and the coach is however he is. But you see him in that full formal wear with like his backpack in his hand, and he's like headed to like the bus, or what you would assume would be the bus.
Lulame runs like
public bus.
Amazing. Lulame excuses herself and kind of jogs down the field and just taps you on the shoulder. Hey, everything all right?
Oh, hey, Lula. Yeah, sorry, I'm just in a rush. The restaurant needs me. I've been spending so much time with extracurriculars and other stuff. I've sort of skipped a few shifts, and they're really mad at me. And my dad got me this job, so.
Of course. I won't keep you, but I was very impressed with the work that you did in English. I myself almost forgot to do the assignment, and I thought it was very good work.
Oh, thank you. I was very excited to talk about this topic, even though Sammy said it was contrite and not interesting. I don't know.
Well, I mean, everyone has their different opinions about any work, and that's all right. You know, just because you have a different opinion than Sammy, who of course is brilliant, and she is my best friend, but she has a different opinion than you, and that's all right. That doesn't mean that your work isn't quality.
Oh, thank you so much, Lula. I really needed to hear that today.
Listen, you have to get to work, and you're prioritizing responsibilities, and I must say, Bryce, that's a nice color on you.
Thank you. I feel like sometimes I look pretty good in this myself, even though it's my work uniform.
I meant responsibility, you silly boy.
Lula, you're so funny. Thank you. Duh.
I didn't. Right. Make sure to add that duh. We wouldn't want anyone to think that you have a little bit more of a brain in that head, right?
You're making me blush.
All right, get to work. Go on. I have things to do. Come on.
All right. Tell all of the girls have a good session. Can't wait to see them next game.
I will. They're definitely looking forward to all of the events coming up in the social season. I look over. They're all staring at him.
I'll lean in and I'll say, before I go, can I ask you something later? Can we have a chat like in a few days? I need to ask you something.
You're asking if you can ask me something in a few days?
Like, yeah, like, can we like go on like maybe like a small date?
Wait, so that's the... What's up?
Where
You
like
know
I'll
what?
ask.
Oh.
Like, are you good like Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday? Friday pizza. Let's go for Friday pizza. I'll see you later. Bye. And he runs away.
What just happened? Lula May, confused, just looks like, did I just answer or not? And then runs back to the snickering, joking, girly, little giggly, snickering's the wrong word, giggling cheerleaders. And I make it back to them and go through practice.
Gotcha. You see them, they're giggling. You hear them going like, "Oh my god, I think he's gonna ask her." And then they're all whispering about it as their idol, like they idolize the prospect of homecoming king and queen Lula May and Bryce Oberon. You hear those whispers happening as practice continues. Mm-hmm. And Bryce, you make your way fast as you can to the...
He doesn't actually use public transit. He just goes to where the public transit station is and uses cover and like zips a door open to the alleyway behind the restaurant.
Oh, yeah. Easily, as that's part of your power set, you can You find that kind of secret area before you rip that tear in space, peering safely behind the alleyway, where you know your father is waiting.
I like round the corner, brushing my hair back. Oh, sorry, Father. I didn't see you there. I got here as quickly as I could. I had to speak with the coach after and let him know that I wasn't making it to football practice.
What would your father look like?
He is a strict old, sort of like a business mogul. Actually, let's say he looks like Anderson Cooper. Yep. I like that better. So like short buzzed, white, gray, silver hair, like a thin, medium frame that has like a little bit of muscular but he's not like beefy or too thick. He wears like sort of like regal clothes, like vests, like a pocket watch. He has sort of a strong jaw, clean shaven face, piercing bright eyes, and a like stern, like curt face, like a curt lip. And he's like 6 foot as well.
Got it. Your father stands up, stern, fixing his wrist.
His name is Duke.
He goes ahead and fixes like his wristwatch, and then looks at it, looking at you as you turn the corner. Bryce, you're late. I expected you here 5 minutes ago. Were you lollygagging at school? Remember, you're only allowed to join that football team because we allow it. You were to work here and report on time. Do you know how bad that's making the Oberon family look, Bryce?
I apologize, Father. I thought that they were optional shifts that I could pass up. I didn't realize that I was slacking and causing such a bad image on our name. I will be sure to clear that up with the management.
He looks at you sternly, looking down at you. Optional? Since when is anything tied to the name Oberon optional? Every shift, every day, every time you're required to appear somewhere, you will get there not on time, because that is late. You will get there 5 minutes early. You will perform your duties as an Oberon should.
I understand, Father.
And what were you doing? Why were you missing these?
I was working on my craft, honing my abilities for the future. I thought that I was doing the right thing by working on what I think I'm going to be. I thought you okayed that, Father, but I'll make sure that I don't bring any more bad press to your name.
He pulls you aside to make sure that you're not standing out. Right now, the sun is beginning to set, giving this strange golden glow over the futuristic city of lights. In front, as you can look back, you see the large Lavadette sign above, as there are tables out in the front and some patrons sitting out just sipping their coffee and cappuccinos, as he pulls you around one of the corners. Actually, he'll take you inside. You all walk inside as the one of the maitre d's looks up and says, "Oh, Mr. Oberyn," everything. He holds up his hand, stopping him, and says, "I have to speak with my son. Do you have a private room that I could use?" "Yes, it's right up there, but you need..." And he just goes up, acting like he owned the place, going past people who are eating their food, up the stairs into what looks to be a mahogany door that he opens up, pushes you inside before closing it and turning as you are inside what looks to be like an office of sorts, an empty room. And he stands around and looks at you. "You are to practice and you are to become better in all aspects, but that is to not interfere with your day-to-day. But what have you learned? What have you been able to increase and bring to the Oberyn name?"
I have been able to find ways to enhance my allies and those around me. Also, in times of need, there may be a way that I can manifest shields to protect others' innocence. And I've also figured out a way to potentially pull objects or people. I think there's more, but I'm still working.
He scratches his chin and he starts pacing back and forth. Manifesting shields. A weak power. No need for you to use it in such a way. Though, to pull, that is interesting. And it looks like he's just going through scenarios. The wheels are turning in your father's head. And your control?
I mean, control is one of the hardest things. I've been able to pull small objects, but I think I could pull a person if I need to. I'm not sure. I also can overcharge. I feel like I can bundle the power within and cause it to just erupt when necessary, but I haven't used it. I haven't been able to.
And remind me, does he know? I know he knows you are a superhero, but does he know you are an Arcana?
I don't think so. I think I haven't fully even unlocked my Arcana. Like, I know I've been chosen, but I haven't fully manifested that yet. So I don't think that he would know, like.
He would know you were even that you were chosen.
Yeah, no, he doesn't know that yet.
All right. He looks at you. I need you to increase that power. The one to pull someone. In case there's danger, of course. We, Oberyn, are important here. The sacrifice we've made for Metroton goes not unnoticed, and we have a responsibility to the people. The mayor of Metroton may be traveling soon, and I fear for her safety. I need you to be able to develop that ability to snatch her, if you will. In case of emergencies, of course. I'm going to put you on patrol. Of course, they don't know about our relation between Rip and the Oberyn. But with my status on the town council, I can put you on the details of one of the heroes in training. Use that to stay close and listen to my directions. This will happen next week. So I'm going to need you to be on time when I call you. and to perform your duties admirably. Now, you have 1 week to practice that ability. We have suspicions that some villainous forces may be after the life of the mayor. So, you should do it well to ensure you are prepared. Am I understood, Bryce?
Yes, Father. I will practice and be ready for any situation. You can count on me to protect the mayor.
He begins to walk out, but stops. Don't disappoint me again, Bryce, as he is trying to use his influence over you to shift you. He wants you to become more superior as he goes, you are better than everyone. You are an Oberyn. Do well to remember that. He wants to lower your savior and raise your superior. Actually, no, I take that back. He's going to lower your mundane and raise your superior.
He has influence over me, and he is a powerful adult in my book, and I am insecure in this moment, so I feel like it makes sense for me to accept this label shift, and my superior will go to 0 and my mundane will go to 1.
Do better and be best. Now get to work. Your shift began 5 minutes ago. He slams the door behind him.
Bryce just sort of slams his hand on the mahogany desk and brushes away a tear and goes to the back staircase to get to the kitchen and speak with the maitre d' and prepare for the shift as he fights back this anger and sadness.
Alrighty. Meanwhile, as we turn the page, we focus into Samara. It's after school, Samara. What are you currently doing? What's happening?
I mean, Samara's going to the student government meeting. It being the end of school, I'm guessing she didn't have time to go and finish it up. Is that what I'm taking away?
Mm-hmm.
Or
yep. This is your from your last period. So if you had something last, like in a class, you could do that. Or if not, it will be at the end of that, going to your obligations. As we're now going through everyone's kind of obligations that they have and seeing if you're able to fix some wrongs.
Yeah, I think that Samara would just own up the fact that she didn't have a chance to finish the budget. So she kind of goes to the meeting, but at the same time, she's got bigger fish to fry. It's sad, but she wants to do her best and everything, but she can only do so much. And I think she's kind of coming to terms with the fact that she's not a superwoman. She can't just do it all. So she's going to the meeting, but she's going to the meeting with her head held high, and she's willing to accept whatever consequences, whether that means losing her position as a student government treasurer or, being reprimanded by the president, vice president / also the advisor. But she's done taking shit. So she shows up, she sits down, she proceeds.
All right. And remind me, is Mr. Blythe the advisor here?
Yes, he is.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure. All righty. So you go ahead and make your way through the building. Going to the other side, you see that I'm gonna say the most majestic, or say the highest scale room here is the student council, the student body government, as any traditional anime student council government is. They're the highest power, able to shape mountains, it seems, as it is like a throne room when you walk in here. Uh, the tables are mahogany tables, and there are intricate circuitry inside, almost like small little computer screens built into the desks themselves. The walls have paintings of all past members here, and you can see that there is at the head of the table is a seat for the student government president, and then in the back is another desk where sitting there is Mr. Blythe, the advisor. How does Mr. Blythe look?
Mr. Blythe he's a rather young teacher, so it's kind of surprising that he got this prestigious club to look over. But he's also one of the I'm sorry, if you don't mind me asking, out of character, what is like Metro Tin City like known for? Like, what is there? Is it, you said science and magic?
Yep.
Okay. I think that Mr. Blythe would basically be like a young PhD like doctor that is really, really interested in working with the young, magically inclined individuals, because he wants to see a future that is forged in magic and science. So he's almost like a young prodigy that's kind of come. He's also probably like an alumni of Metropolitan City. So he's young, but he basically knows all the teachers, and he is also he's also rather good looking, you know, as most teachers that are in their mid to late 20s probably are, if they also happen to be in an anime. So I think that he has a lot of people that look up to him, but he's probably someone that is more focused on the science and the magic of it all. He's almost like a Shuri over a Tony Stark, if that's a good comparison. He just loves how to him magic is just unexplained science. So he's all about it.
I love it. As all the members start to walk in, you're one of the last ones, as a lot of people are staring at you. Mr. Blythe stands up, a smile on his face as he claps his hands. Everyone is here. Everyone's here. It's marvelous to see that you all can make it today. I know we have a lot to discuss, and we have a lot of eager ears waiting to hear all about the latest on the budget, Samara. So if you please, if you will, have a seat. We'll go ahead and hold quorum and go over our agenda as we discuss the state of the homecoming project. So, student council president Jennifer. She is thin and tall. She has long, straight, black hair that's cut with bangs going straight across. She wears her outfit, to school outfit, but it's pristine and very, how would say, well ironed and tailored, as she goes and begins holding quorum and announcing everyone one by one, as she cuts and says, "So, Samara, with that being said, we are awaiting your report on the budget. It is due, and we need to make sure we have enough to get everything that has been requested. The football players have requested a float. We have to make sure we have everything for the dance, and we need the streamers with the balloons, and of course we need our big project with the light show. All that costs a lot, but I'm sure you were able to move the numbers and adjust and get everything ready. So please, if you don't mind, present your budget for us.
Samara raises her hand, waiting to be called upon.
Samara, yes, please proceed.
So, that presentation cannot be delivered at this moment in time. I would like to ask for an extension. I did not have a chance to make the meeting before. Time out. I'm sorry. Normally, there was always a pre-meeting with the president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer before the actual meeting, so they can get all their ducks in a row. I'm assuming that she was late to that meeting, so she didn't have a chance to tell them ahead of time.
Okay.
So at this point in time, she's just saying that I apologize, but I had one too many things that needed my attention, and the budget was not the first one. I understand that this is something that makes certain people's scholastic years, but I do humbly request at least 24-hour extension to finalize this budget. I would truly hate to not get the numbers right and to not be able to afford the floats that the hardworking football players rightfully deserve, or the banners that the cheerleaders are probably going to be requesting, just like they did the previous homecoming. And I want to make sure that everyone can show their best faces, since Metro Chin City only deserves the best. And I would hate to have asked this for you.
So you've had something more important than this. Samara, you asked for this. You wanted to be placed in this role. And Mr. Blythe stands up. Jennifer, please, just hear her out. Samara, I know that a lot of things can get into your way, and I know that you have a busy life, but there are a set of responsibilities that we have to make sure that we attend to. Do you promise that you'll be able to have this done by tomorrow's meeting?
I can have it for you by tomorrow's executive branch meeting. Yes.
But Mr. Blythe stands up, and he seems to be very protective of you. As he goes, of everyone in general, as that's his persona. As he goes, Jennifer, please, cutting her off. I know this has been a tough year on everyone, and I know that there's a lot going on, especially this year. And I know circumstances have occurred over earlier. She says, as he says, looking at you, reminding everyone of the loss that you have in your family.
Samara.
Ooh.
I think at that point, Samara's been trying very hard to not lean into the grieving card. She does not want to be seen as a victim. And when Mr. Blythe says that, I think that Samara's going to clear her throat and stand up, scraping the back of her chair, alerting everyone that she's about to speak. And she says, Mr. Blythe, student body, as much as I appreciate sentiment, please do not treat me any less than you would Jennifer or any other student in this body. I demand to be held to the same standards as someone else that would be in my position. I told you I promised I'd get this to you. And that's almost her way of pleading for him to end it there. Because she doesn't know if she can continue this conversation without getting emotional. So that's where she just ends it as she takes a seat back down, scoots her chair back in, and almost gives like an apologetic look to the rest of the executive branch.
You all hear a psychic connection, a familiar voice. Minor Arcana! Minor Arcana! Seems like there's trouble brewing. I need you to report now to the station square, Metroton Square. Now, Keisha, there's something afoot, and I can't contact any of the majors.
Quick question:
Mm-hmm.
How are we able to connect? Is it only one way?
Oh, you're all
connect to
connecting. So you can connect to Nixus at any time through your telepathic. Nixus can also connect to you. He's not
So then I'll
been
jump on.
available.
Okay, so in order for us to get connected though with our lovely Rip, that's only through text.
Yes, correct.
Her,
Alright.
sorry.
For now, anyway.
I think that she's like, let's get connected with our other teammate.
Of
And
course.
she's already texting Rip, and she's like, oh yeah. And Rip, you get a text saying, would you like for us to rendezvous at the coordinates? Question mark? Smiley face? Because it's Rip, of course. So
Yeah.
a little crush is coming through.
How much time has passed?
You
week?
are about an hour into your working.
Oh.
You are waiting tables right now, and you hear
no!
you hear Minor Arcana. You need to appear over at Station Square immediately. We can't get a hold of any of the majors, and there's Keishan activity afoot. Come now, as you're like, and then you get on your phone. It's like, Gaston, can I please have my chicken? And people are just going and getting their order.
I hand the food to the person and ignore my phone and ignore Nixus. I will at my earliest convenience, which might be in a few minutes, read that text message and then shoot back. I'm at work. I can't make it.
Hold up.
Just say he can't make it.
At work. This is work.
Okay, can I ask a question? It's above table because I don't know if I'm able to do this. So I'm gonna need sorry, I never know which. I think above. My hands go above.
Your head is above the table.
Yeah, above table, yeah. I'm a big kid
Listen,
now.
I don't know anymore. I'm very curious about this move. Pierce the mask.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a thing that you can do when you're not like literally? I mean, we're in the same scene together, technically.
If you're trying to pierce Bryce, it'd be more so you have to like be with him because you're like.
But there's reasons though. Can I make an argument? Because Lula May already had suspicions about Bryce for reasons in the inciting incident, but still doesn't know exactly who he is. We know that Rip goes to our school. I just had an interaction with Bryce about like him going to work and that he skipped football practice, which never happens. And I'm wondering if I can maybe do Pierce the Mask because of that to see if I can understand. Is that right though?
Yeah, no, yes, yeah. Okay, no, I understand whose match you're trying to pierce. You're trying to figure out what you're understanding what's happening with Bryce. Oh yeah. So from this scene, you can totally pierce the mask with that one. Yeah, go ahead and roll with mundane.
LM, are you impressed? I did a mechanics thing.
My love, I mean, piercing the mask can be done on telecommunications, but you have such a freaking good valid reason to also.
Mhm.
Partial success number 8. 8.
Very nice. So you have questions that you get to ask. One to be exact. Which one on the list would you like to
This is asked out of character.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What do you intend to do? Man, but that doesn't. Well, hold on. Can we? Because I'm trying to figure out.
How to get your character to is the most vague one to get to basically kind of get you to get your answer for you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
maybe
the
I
character
could
to
say,
reveal their true identity.
yeah. How?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So maybe. So yeah. How can I? I guess. How? It feels weird. But
what's the outcome that you want, and then we'll see what
I
question
want to
you-
know if Rip is Bryce.
Okay. So
Like that's what I'm really only because of all the pieces that were in play.
Yeah. So you're basically saying, how could you get Bryce? How
To tell
basically
me
to tell
how
you,
can
like,
I get your character to reveal your true identity? I
Identity.
think that's because even though like as a team, like we established, we respect that each of us has to have a secret identity. So this isn't so much me trying to like take it from him. It's more of how can I get him to, that's how I'll phrase it. How can I get your character to feel safe enough with me to reveal your secret identity? Willingly.
I think it's one of those things where I feel like Bryce would be one of those I'll do it if you do it type things.
Mm-hmm.
And if you tradesies, like, and if you were like, I'm actually Lula May, he would be like, and I'm Bryce. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's sort of like the vibe you get is like you would have to come clean to get him to...
Then what you get on that group text is Bryce? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
The group
And
text?
Then, and then, because I know I didn't think about it. Am I able to message Rip directly and not in a group?
You know,
I can, right?
You know, you have Bryce's phone number.
Perfect. And okay, in that case, we'll change it up. It's not in the group one, but I'm so sorry. Thank you for catching that.
So
That's
good.
not what I.
Of course,
what
of course, my
intention
love.
was.
You're not messy. You're not messy.
I'm not messy. So
Exactly.
I'm reckless, but I'm not messy. So I grab my phone and I go to my message directly to Bryce, and I say, "Rip?" Question mark, question mark, question mark. And then a little diamond, like the little emoji diamond.
I think your phone would start ringing.
I pick it up. 1 second. I swear I'll be right there. Don't let Nixus yell at me. And I answer.
Cool. I give you privacy. Privacy. Give you privacy.
Privacy.
Oh.
I have a bit of privacy.
Lula, how did you find out? You can't tell anybody.
I won't.
You're not supposed to know. No one is supposed to know. Oh my God, I'm fucking up so bad.
Well, no one's supposed to know about me either. So you said you were at work. I just couldn't help but notice. We do need you, but if you can't make it, I'll do my best to cover for you with Nexus.
I want to be there, but my dad will kill me. He already yelled at me today, and I mean, can you like hold him off for like maybe a half an hour? I can go on break after 2 hours, but like I've only been here for an hour. Can you hold him off for a little bit, or figure out what's going on and buy me some time?
I'll do what I can. I guess the Keishan are doing some kind of nonsense in the city again, which I was real excited about, except that you aren't going to be there. And then now I figure out your Bryce, which is going to put things in a whole other perspective. Anyway, but we'll do our bit. I'll try to stall for you. I'll cover for you the best I can. If you're able to, maybe just are you able to sort of fake sick? I know you were doing those theater classes, and maybe you can do some of that. No.
I mean, but like I'm already here. Like they saw me. Like if I was like sick, and they'd be like, "You're sick and you're serving food. Like we're gonna condemn you and sue you." So like I can't go that route. But like I totally can't. I'm gonna go ask for a break early to say that I have to meet up with my school partners to hand them my notebook. So
make sure it's something to do with other obligations.
Give me like 30 minutes.
What can they expect? You're a junior in high school. You have lots of things to do.
Right. I don't think it's so much the people that work here that I have to worry about as much as my father.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and put a pin in that one. And I would love to chat about we have so much to talk about. And don't you think that I forgot that you sort of asked me on a date and then walked away before I gave you an answer?
Oh my God, Lula.
All right,
I'm
go to work. I'll stall as long as I can. All right?
Thank
Okay.
you.
Oh, click.
And then I'm also then you see like Bryce just sort of like Lula's diamond? What? The fuck? Fuck. He's like,
And
this is
then
too much is happening right now. And he like goes to run the next order.
Lula walks back to Sammy. So sorry about that. All right. Well, I think we just need to stall a little while and we can try to cover for Rip. Hopefully he can show up. You know, he has that space-time bendy thing. He could just kind of jump on in, yeah?
Also, where were the Keishan happening? Were they
Station
downtown?
Square, which is
Station
downtown.
Square.
I was
Okay.
muted. I'm so sorry.
And I feel like the French restaurant is downtown, so I'm sort of in the vicinity anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Emmy
Okay.
would have said, "Welcome back. Is everything all right?"
It will be. It'll be all right. But
Here's Rip. He's our main teleporter.
right. Well, we're not too far from downtown, right? I think
Time is of the essence. Diamond.
now we're there to defend someone, right? Omar, like we're going to defend someone in the city. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, defend
She's
the,
correct,
the,
Havoc.
the people. So yes.
Oh wait, no. I don't think I can use this. I have
Can
an
I pierce
ability.
Diamond's mask?
Can you? You start doing that. Let me finish this thought and then you roll for that because I think that's awesome. Can I have this ability. I don't think I can actually use it for this though. There when it matters. When you defend someone on a hit, you can. So I guess not. Spend your
Yeah.
hold when they're later into. So no. I was gonna say maybe I can use that for us to show up and have a reason, but
Yes, no, you guys can still get there. You have your own normal means to like.
okay. So we can get there.
You can get there. Just that Rip
Yeah.
is instantly there. And then normally you would just either construct your way there or run your way there, etc.
Okay.
So you just don't have
Cool.
Rip's instant transmission available.
Cool.
Okay. In Hex, you are Lula May is not in Diamond 4 yet. So are you trying to pierce
No, I'm sorry.
Lula May's?
But I know Lula May is Diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm calling her Diamond because we're actively on our way to this crime scene.
Right.
Oh, got it.
Because we
Got it,
know
got
each
it.
other.
We're the ones that do know each other.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was
So-
clear, but yeah, Hex and Diamond know about Lula and Sammy.
Yeah. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm looking at you. And the question I'm going to ask you is, what do you want Sammy to do right now?
Okay. I want us to get to the scene as quickly as possible. Try to defend against whatever the threat is and stall until Rip gets there. Can get there.
Once Sammy gets an inkling of what is happening right now, she just instantly goes into telepathic link mode with Nixus and says, Nixus, there's some unforeseen holdup. Can you please do us a favor? Can you please teleport me and Diamond to the scene of the action? Is that possible?
As you link with them, Nixus goes, I can't do that right now. You guys need to get there now. Tell Rip to get off his ass or whatever he's doing and get you there. No ifs, ands, or buts.
And that's all on telepathic, right?
Stood.
Yes. So even Rip would hear this.
So you'll just hear Diamond. I believe Rip is actually on his way, and he'll get there as soon as he absolutely can. I can't wait to be there, and we're going to go ahead and try to keep this threat under control. I'll be much more responsible this time. No collateral damage, and run on my way now. Smiley face, but it's on our brain, so it's telepathic smiley faces.
You're speaking very sweetly in your
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
I feel like she says smiley face at the end.
I think that is exactly what happened. Basically, Lula May is used to sending texts very quickly from her, like, I don't know, watch or smartwatch or whatever else.
Mhm.
So unbranded. And we start running.
All right.
Yeah.
So
We just
you-
sprint.
And you make your way sprinting, running out of the school, heading towards downtown Station Square, and you get a sense that yes, Nexus does have that power of teleportation, but he sounded stressed. He sounded like in duress at this moment. And I would even add in, like, you could hear him going like, "Oh, hurry up," as he seems to be in some sort of conflict. As you make your way over towards where he is in trouble, or where the trouble is. So currently you can hear more panic and screams as the manga page turns and we zoom in. We see buildings and other structures being destroyed by not just a small Kishin, by what appears to be a large size, about 15-20 foot monster. This monster looks very kaiju-like. Its body is built like a lizard, or more like a gecko of sorts, with a side set of wings that's a translucent coloring around it. It has the spitter Jurassic Park dinosaur's name, I can't remember it now, the webbing around its head, as well as its big gigantic red eyes begin to glow as red beams fire down, destroying the buildings in the road. Jumping back and dodging, you see this small version of Nixus, this antelope, jackalope-like cat creature. His fur is in tatters and singed. The flowing constellations that is normally seen on his fur is now dying and blinking. Far in the back corner, you could see what looks to be a hero garbed in green and brown, a mask over his face. His head is in dreadlocks tied into a ponytail. He wears tight shorts of green and brown shirt, with a 3 speakers going down his stomach as it's reverberating and shaking, but it's pulsating slower and slower as he is knocked out in rubble. And you know this as the hero reverb, the sound hero reverb. Right now, Nixus is like, oh, by the Arcano Star, why isn't any of these humans worth their weight in salt? I swear. Where are they? Where's the Minor Arcana? As the large beast roars down, it seems to be not focusing on destroying the town, but attacking and destroying Nixus. The panel shifts and we zoom in, appearing far above or below. But I would like you to describe how you enter in the scene and what you look like. Jumping in, we have Diamond and Hex.
Well, Diamond is now, her hair is fully down. She's let it fly free, as she does feel most free when she is saving people and in this mask. You see, she has sort of like, hold on, let me pull up my thing, like heeled boots. They're kind of ankle boots, cute little booties. And sort of tight shorts that are sort of high-waisted. There's a belt wrapped around what looks like a sleeveless, like open front coat. It's just like a sleeveless. It almost has a vest type quality to the top portion, but flares out like a coat and is open front. So you see the shorts and you see her boots and all of that tied with the belt. There's just 2 buttons and then this little like lapels around. adorning her shoulders, she has this cape flying behind. It's not a full length cape, kind of like a half cape, and it is just tied with like these little silver epaulets, like a little soldier. She's wearing a masquerade style mask with a feather flying out, and some gloves, and she is just charging in. I think sweat is dripping down as they've just ran so hard to get here in time. And right now, Diamond has her eyes set on the creatures that are slowing Nixus, that are attacking Nixus. And I would love to jump in and defend Nixus if possible.
Certainly. Go ahead and roll that defense, please.
Okay. Come on, dice. Let's tell a fun story. Now, I'm currently insecure, so it's -2. Right. That's a 6.
So as all that happens, we then see like just a moment or two after Diamond arrives, we're then going to see Hex, and her outfit is evoking a kind of like powerful, enigmatic presence. Her outfit is like that sleek fusion of sharp edges and flowing curves, and it's built from like dynamic black, silvers, and purples, really with her movement as she is utilizing her psychic constructs to kind of create this as she's running. And she definitely has this like asymmetrical bodice that appears to like it's almost like it's got like these feathery designs, but essentially we're going to see like there's jagged extensions along her shoulders and forearms that they're not necessarily just ornamental. They're actually manifestations of her body transmutation as she's trying to make her arms longer so she can reach out and assist with that help. And I think that she also has this almost like it's a headpiece. At first, last time, it was almost like a kind of crown, but now it's kind of like turned into almost like a top mask with a crown. It's pretty cool. It's giving a it's how do I describe? It's basically covering the entire top half of her face. She obviously has slits for her eyes, but she's almost showcasing how she's taking an extra step at protecting her identity because of the mask. And then she says, "Don't worry, we've got this." Add a +1 to make it a 7.
As you jump in and defend as you describe, Nyx is turning around and goes, "It's about time you showed off by the 7th star. Oh, look out!" And so there's only one large monster. You see a rip in the space happen again. A black shadow appear as 2 more mid-sized Kishin appear. So now we have a large, almost Godzilla-like Kishin, and 2 mid-sized ones, all attacking you and Nixus, who still seems to be in that form. As now the danger has been escalated, and you had summoned these 2 more attackers. But choose out of your 3 choices what you would like to do in this case for your success.
I would like to clear a condition. As much as the others would be more beneficial, I think Diamond is feeling proud of herself for being able to step in and defend Nixus in this moment. And that sort of gives her the confidence to keep going. And knowing that Hex is right behind her, and maybe Rip is not far from showing up as well, gives her the confidence that she can do this. So I'm going to clear the insecure condition.
Very nice. And this allows Nixus to jump back on top of you. So now he's on your shoulder slightly, tired. I can't transform. I can't access my Eternum. I don't know what it is. Look out! As another laser beam shoots down, you guys manage to jump out the way from the creature.
Don't you worry, Nixus. We'll keep you safe, all right? And we'll get through this together. You taught us, and I listened. I did.
I don't know if this is an enemy that you'll be able to stop without your Eternum. You're gonna have to pull a miracle here. Look out! So you were helping Sammy, but what else would you be doing in this situation?
I think that while Diamond was jumping in and reassuring our lovely Nixus, I think that Sammy is going to run up to Nixus, and I think she's going to kneel down, and she's going to see how vulnerable Nixus is in this form, and she's going to essentially create with a psychic construct almost like a bubble around him to try to comfort or support him and tell him to not worry, that Diamond is absolutely right. She's going to say, Diamond's absolutely right. We've got this. You trained us. Have faith. Your training was for nothing. Your training was not for nothing. Rip will be here shortly. We can hold these beasts off.
I hope he better be, or else I don't know how much I'm going to be able to make it. And you were, just to make sure, I didn't know if you were attempting to do something specific, Nixon?
I was trying to roll comfort or support.
Oh, yes, please. All right. Go ahead and roll that comfort and support, please. Roll with mundane.
Was good.
A 6.
Am I able to use my hold that I have one hold from my team move still? Am I able to use that for this to help?
What was that?
It says I can use it like it's in the team pool. It's my full team
Bull's
move
heart.
share vulnerability, which I had done specifically.
Wrong.
Yeah, it's the team move share vulnerability that I had done. And I had 2 hold. I spent 1 last session, so I still have 1 left.
Oh, then yes. I'm fine with that.
Okay. So you're trying to comfort, and I see it's like not landing. And Diamond just, you see her muscles like ripple as she just like faces down this beast, and not even looking back, just yells out, Nixus, you gotta have a little bit more faith in your mentees. We are here for you, and well, it's a testament to your training that we are as strong as we are. We're gonna be able to get through this. Just Sammy's giving you some support. Sorry, I didn't say Sammy. Listen,
So good. You're so
that's
good.
a
You're so
Marie problem.
good.
Diamond. So hey.
That's a hit.
Alrighty. All right. Well, technically you can't mark potential, but I'm going to flavor that as he stands up a little bit, his constellation starting to appear again. Okay. All right. But we gotta do something. We can't just let this thing, I don't know if it's trying to come after me or what. It's not even going after the people. It's just trying to focus. Look out! As it is going to go ahead and start striking around and blasting near you. Once again, you guys dodging out the way. At this point, the scene shifts and we turn the page, and Bryce, you are currently at work, and all of a sudden on the screen itself, one of the television screens inside the restaurant turns on and it says, This is a news bulletin. It seems like there's a helicopter going while the person is looking down. You can see as it zooms in the large kaiju-like monster and your allies in danger. It looks like one of the Kijins attacking town square. There are some heroes down there, but the Arcana's nowhere to show. Oh, I hope they appear soon. What will happen if they're left alone? Oh, look out! You see a hit down. You see your ally jumping back and forth. It zooms in, and you can see the devastation that's happening between with Diamond, Hex, and Nexus, who's just barely holding on, using his teleportation skills to keep them safe and teleporting away from danger.
I look around to see if there is like one of the other hosts or people are around to sort of watch the table that I was working on and say, I need a minute, and make sure you bring water to table 9, and I will go to I'm going to go to the freezer, the walk-in freezer, and try to manifest a new ability. And I would make sure no one's in there and no one can see me. And I would like to unleash my powers to try and reshape my environment and overcome the current obstacle, or attempt to.
What obstacle are you trying to overcome?
I would actually, it says reshape your environment. And so I would actually like to change that slightly and reshape the environment such that there's a duplicate copy of myself and like manifest a second me. Even if it's for maybe an hour, if it can hold form. And I'd like to try and like literally like rip another rip into reality.
I would definitely say that I would consider it as unleashing your powers.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go with that. Go ahead and roll with Freak.
Okay.
If you want a guaranteed success,
I know.
burn,
I was debating using
Hard
one of the
burn, and
burns.
get a 10 plus.
Right? I could use my.
If you want to guarantee success, though, that's the power of the Nova. You can always leave it up to chance. But
of the
either way, it's chance because you roll and die. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
it's
I mean,
what do you want to lean into?
Yeah.
I'll save that for later. I'm gonna just try and do this first now and see if it fails. Then I'll maybe attempt that. Oh, and I have. No, not for insecure and defend. Doesn't add it to this. Perfect. Okay.
Oh.
Partial success.
Okay. So it happens, but it'll be unstable or temporary.
I'll leave that up to you to decide if it's how it's unstable or temporary.
You want to mark a condition to make it a full hit?
Oh, I can mark a condition to make it a full hit.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Mark condition, it's a full hit.
Oh, you do it mark condition to tell you how okay.
Yeah.
I will. I'll mark guilty, for not being there with my friends, seeing my friends in danger, and saying this has to work. And you see like him struggle and picture, maybe the face is a little different, the clothes are a little off, maybe he's a little doofier, but you see what appears to be a replica, full tactile, touching, speaking, voiced Rip. A body double.
Oh,
ripped into reality, standing right next to me in the closet, or in the walk-in freezer.
Okay, so you kind of bend reality, trying to fuse that in. Yeah, so you go ahead and like just shape the reality around you, pulling at like the very essence and threads of the physical world. Using that, a construct begins to appear, or more so like a crystalline version that becomes flesh and begins to become autonomous, walking around as an image appears, just duplicating of yourself, a duplicate of yourself, right inside of that closet room or area that appears in front of you.
I'm gonna say to him, bro, you gotta do me a solid. No fuck ups, no issues. Make this shift perfect, and I'll split the dough with you. I gotta like reason with I gotta reason with myself.
Math is nothing.
You know that.
I love it though. That's Bryce.
That's how Bryce would sort of.
That's Bryce math. Bryce math.
We're not gonna have two Bryces forever, right?
I don't think
it'll tends to run out probably, but we'll see.
I think it'll fade for a moment. Or fade after a little while. It's only meant to.
My prom. Not prom. Homecoming.
Oh my god!
I was like, that's all year we have to have two Bryces. That's crazy.
I was hoping it was going to be.
But even that was joking.
Right. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's like an alternate reality version of Rip in which he didn't leave here and appears here, since that's kind of like pulling it from another reality almost. So it's you, and he kind of understands you, and he's like, yeah, bruh, I get it. Go do your thing. And
in that moment, then I will like to activate my burn and use the charge up to go into my costume. And I get to roll with my modifier. So I get to roll a plus a 2. Oh, yes. So that's a 10. Fantastic. So hold 3 burn, and I will use one of those burns immediately to move to a location I can see, which is downtown. And you would see the costume sort of flare, and you can sort of see like he like rips off his like tuxedo, and underneath you see sort of like a skin tight bodysuit, like close up against, you could see the abs he's been working on. His hair sort of like flared back, sort of almost like it's gelled up. It's a black bodysuit with gold trim and sort of purple accents, and you can see that he also has a sort of Batman-esque mask over his eyes and face as well too. And it almost looks like he's ripping down or gonna pull down a shelf, but he's really ripping a doorway for himself to step through and move. As the other me says, go do your thing, I say, thanks bro, appreciate it. And I'll go through the door I created and hopefully appear in the scene.
I love that. You teleport, you go through that spatial doorway, shooting through. As where are you appearing in this battle? Describe like you appearing in it, as they are going back and forth, dodging and hitting as they're being attacked by the 2 creatures in the larger Kishin. How is Rip entering in this scene?
So I was sort of like peeling back ripping like a page through reality, and you sort of see like almost like as if the sky is being like ripped up from underneath, and sort of like blackness appears, and he just like sort of falls out maybe 15 feet, 10 feet onto the ground, and sort of like superhero poses, hopefully in the vicinity of his allies. Doof looks up. What'd I miss?
Rip.
Sorry I'm late.
Knew you'd be here.
Better late than never.
Well, we
Ready?
really need to take care of this, because I don't really know what these things are after, and it's not really my forte to figure it out. Maybe one of
Wait.
you?
1 second. Dark vision.
Lovely. So right now, you guys have been trading blows back and forth. You look a little burst for wear at this point. The area looks damaged, of course, from the monster, but you've been dodging the Kishin smaller one's dog that's been not really going after you, but focusing on Nixus. There's this large giant kaiju that's been roaring, just breathing lasers, breathing hot lava-like breath and lasers from its eyes, destroying you as you've been rolling, dodging. And Nixus is just depleting. His stars are starting to blink in and out. Since this is a large kaiju, he's trying to get you to teleport away from it, but his teleportation powers are limited. As you're looking up, and you can see this monster almost blotting out the sun behind that setting.
Awesome.
And you
Then
said
that's what I see, and this is the scene I'd like to have a dark vision about.
Okay. So everything kind of slows down for a moment as the Kishin opens up its mouth and its eyes, and you see a tri-beam glowing. And Nixon goes, I can't. It's too hard. Everything kind of freezes. And then you look around and you see everything in this weird sepia-like tone. And it begins to swirl and form. And you get to ask me a question about the situation on hand. And I will give you an honest answer.
In that moment, Hex is looking around, but her eyes ultimately go back to Nixus. Is Nixus in mortal danger right now?
Yes. Nixus's power has been shut off by something in the area. Something is turning off his abilities, and he is about to. The blinking of his constellations. You know that this is a status bar basically for him, and he is at critical right now, and he's moments away from. Well, you don't know how the Star Beasts die, but he definitely.
I just have this overwhelming feeling.
Yes,
Nix is in mortal danger right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the second that she comes out of that vision, she doesn't fall to her knees this time like she did last time. It takes a toll on her, hence the boom track mark, but she bears it, and the next thing she does is she closes the distance between her and Rip, and she's probably within a breath of, just maybe 6 centimeters away from his face, and she's got tears in her eyes, and she's just pointing down at Nick. She says, "Please, Rip, get him out of here. He's going to die."
And you barely manage to get pushed out the way as the beam comes down when time returns. As Nixus uses the last bit of his energy to shift all of you over to the side as a line goes, exploding the ground underneath. Nixus falls down, slumped on Diamond's shoulder. And at this moment, you hear... I would say that to build in the fiction, the communication between you and your father, Rip, that it's almost like an overlay view, like tied to your mask, since he knows who you are, and he sends you a message that says, "Rip, why are you on the news? Only you can hear this. You should be at work. Leave this to others. You have responsibilities. Rip, Bryce." And then you hear Sammy plea as well. I'm sorry, Hex's plea as well.
I will, in this moment, completely... I feel like I would ignore my father as much as I could. In the heat of the moment, he's not there. He doesn't feel the pressure. And I will take Hex's plea that Nixus needs to go, and I will if I can, I'd like to snatch and move. Yeah, I'll snatch Nixus off Diamond's shoulder, because she's like a football field away, and I need to get him
My sanctuary.
to the sanctuary. So I will use the 2 remaining burns that I have, and you'll see you see him sort of trying to do it at the same time, and instead of him like ripping and tearing, it's almost like he's like cutting like holes, and he like a hole will appear sort of like comically, like a hand will reach out and grab him off of Lula's shoulder and in my hands, and then you'll see like the other hole appear, and I'll just like shunt him through, and you can see there's like not like the armory, like a hospital wing, where like you have like a automatron there, right? That we met.
My sanctuary.
Yeah. Don't you have
I
like
have
a genie?
power enhancement system in my sanctuary.
Great. And he's like shoved into the power enhancement system. And hopefully his body hits the on button while he falls through. But he will be moved from this scene. That's what I'd like to do.
Got it. So you're basically sending Nixus to Hex's sanctuary in like a place where he could recover.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. And you have the burn to spend to do that?
Those were because it's 1 burn each. So I had 2 because of my successful third.
That's
so
right.
my first one was to get me there. And these are the 2, 1 to snatch and 1 to move.
Got it. I love that. So no need to roll. That's your move. And you go ahead and rip that into existence as Nixa goes, wait, no, wait, guys, you can't, with the modification, you don't have your, and you will be pushed and teleported away, leaving the 3 of you alone with this gigantic Kishin and the other 2 Kishin there without the use of Nixus's power.
That was the right call, Rip, and very, very good. We do need to deal with this, and I don't exactly know what to do. I'm gonna hit it a bunch.
All right. As at this point, we will jump into the official fighting as a team. And see how we do in this final battle, the section of the pages where you battle against. So there are some questions I have to ask. Who is the leader in this sense? Who took charge in this battle?
Sammy?
I think Hex kind of I mean it kind of looked like Diamond did. And then had the vision, and then started directing people on how to try and like go about, the initial fight. So I could see either Hex or I could see Diamond.
Sounds like. Would we say Hex? I would probably move toward Hex as a.
Yeah, let's say Hex.
Okay.
Alrighty. So
The first, or probably never again.
You don't know.
As like, yeah, Hex, you had that vision, you're putting in, you're kind of like seeing what needs to be done here. Does Hex have influence over every other team member?
She has influence over Diamond and Rip.
Alrighty, add a team to the pool. You're
So
now
we
back
start
to
with
1.
2. Now we're at 3 right now because we just added 1. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. If everyone has the same purpose in a fight, add another team. Does anyone not have the? So do you all have the same purpose? Would you say?
I feel like we do. Well,
Destroy the Kishin
Diamonds?
and the threat.
yeah. Diamond's purpose definitely is to destroy the threat. Yeah, we already did the part Diamond wanted to save Nixus, and that part is done. The only other thing is to like neutralize the threat.
I guess not kill the Kishin, neutralize the threat. I like that.
Okay. What about Rip? Is that the same?
Yeah, concur. Yeah, to stop the baddies.
Stop the baddies.
All right. So we have one from your member, one from your leader having influence. Now another from everyone having the same purpose. Now, if any team member mistrusts the leader or the team, we have to remove. Are there any mistrusts amongst this group now?
Admin's her bestie, and she's like literally like head over heels with Rip right now.
Oh my god.
No, I think we're good. We're good that way. We're good there.
I love how our two characters. I mean, at least on the front of it, Diamond, Lula, May kind of like there was a little flirting
We'll see.
with Bryce,
We'll see.
and then like she has a hero worship each end.
Mhm. We'll see.
We'll see.
I wouldn't commit to it yet, but you know.
Very nice.
I'm not done
I
on
didn't
that
even give him my answer yet, so.
one. That's so valid, honey. Continue. I'm sorry.
So
Over.
we don't
No
know.
problem. And the last one, is your team ill prepared or off balance? I am going to say yes, you are. This was a
We were all
rush
here
in there.
together.
You didn't have all here together. So I'm going to say that will be minus a team. But
No, it's not. I'm marking a condition.
I was going to say,
Oh.
but the leader can mark a condition
We're marking a
to
condition of
avoid that.
Basically, I
She
put
was
my
like,
team down.
absolutely
This
not.
actually was part of her past card. I believe it was the
Emperor.
Emperor upright. My past was I was going to do better to not have the same mistake as last time. So I will take the pressure. Sammy will mark. Sammy will mark afraid. Because we almost just lost Nixus. I can't bear to lose anyone right now. I already lost too much. Even though I won't say I don't want to be pitied. She's lost too much. So I'm marking afraid.
Yeah, you can definitely feel grief and still not want to be treated like a victim.
Right. All right. So you do not get that minus. So from gaining the 2 at the start as you are powering up and now at a team, and 1 from the influencer leader, and also 1 for all having the same purpose, I believe your total should be 4 because you did use 1 already for that. And you stand there together, ready to face on this foe. But as you were doing and relying on helping each other, the Kishin is going to utilize this now that Nixus is not there. And what makes it so that you kind of are ill prepared is that without Nixus, they all focus on you. And the Kishins jump, and all of them lash out either through their lasers and or maws and teeth to attack all of you. Can I have all of you roll now to take a powerful blow from the Kishins?
Exciting. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Wait. Oh, nothing. Okay. No, why?
That's good. You want that. You all
I do?
want that.
Yeah.
You actually want to roll a miss on this move. Because look what it says.
Oh, good. Okay.
Mhm. You stand strong.
I gotta roll mine though. Hold on.
It's good because
Come on,
it
come
means
on.
that.
Does
Oh,
this-
man.
Does this mark a potential too, though?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
We
Yes,
all
it
Oh my
does.
god!
Nice.
This is the
Wow.
ultimate good thing. This is the ultimate because you get potential and you stand strong. You get to describe how you weather the blow.
This is so epic, getting all the tech power and doing this. I would like to describe it like this. I like for you to describe it this way. Please tell me that 3-port combo, but Rip, you have your father saying, Bryce, get out of there. You are not an Arcana. You, and Oberon does as they are told. Bryce, get out of there. And you have your father just telling you what to do. So you're overcoming this, and you have all this influence that he's trying to exude on you. As you take that powerful blow, maybe you find yourself the energy in you, and when you start to sense that rebelliousness start to manifest, space is starting to bend around you, and glowing shards of light are starting to appear as you're just with your allies standing up to beat this massive beast as they're attacking. Hex, Diamond, how do you weather the storm and combine it with Rip finally realizing or feeling the reverse sign of the Ten of Swords appearing on his chest? Go.
I think Hex would just put her arms up. I like to think that maybe Hex isn't in between both Rip and Diamond. And as she puts her arms up, her entire body begins to infuse with that purple energy that she normally shows, that purplish pink magenta energy when she uses her psychic construct. And I think she's gonna just create a big dome over the three of us, and with enough, like almost like a half a city block dome, so we can have the space to just breathe and think and do what we need to do. And as she's holding up, she says, "I've got this. We've all got this. Go."
Okay, oh my gosh, how am I even doing anything? I think with my allies kind of creating an opportunity for me, I think Diamond
opening just for you to jump out, attack if you want.
That's what I think is
however-
happening. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Diamond is taking that opportunity and just feeling empowered, feeling nothing is going to stop her in this moment. And I think now, I really didn't think about this too much, but that was my fifth potential. So I was thinking about taking the advancement. Hold on, where is it? Physics, what physics? So when you unleash your powers to barrel through an insurmountable barrier, roll plus danger instead of freak. I think that's the one that makes the most sense in this moment for me to take. People can get in the comments if you don't like this advancement.
It's a badass move, my love.
I didn't think about it. It's not that like, whatever.
No, it's awesome. Go ahead
This
and
is
roll.
strategic,
roll with,
but yeah.
Go ahead and roll with danger. See as you go ahead and use this new ability.
Now,
And
just for the sake of clarity, the reason I say this is not strategic right now, I have +2 to freak and +1 to danger, but I don't care. I'm still rolling it. So it just made more sense. So we're
There
at
you go.
a 9.
Very nice. I'm going. Do you want to use a team of pool to make it a full 10?
Oh, I would love to do that if we can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, but if I do it, it's selfishly though.
And by we, I should say, I will. And even though you're holding it up, Hex, you can use a team to push that up right now.
I didn't want to be greedy, but if I could do both, maybe
yeah.
it's like a construct.
Mhm.
As you're like leaping up, I actually like give you the boost you need to propel you even further up.
Cool. Cool.
Very
So
nice.
I think we see. I don't know if I'm even picturing this right. My brain doesn't do that, but I'm imagining like psychic stairs basically, and I'm like leaping up, and you see that superhero, like you know how superheroes like jump while launching with fist and ready to come down on the thing. And I think in terms of unleashing my powers, am I able to describe what that looks like?
Yes. Please continue.
I think that Diamond has always had this like slender figure, athletic, but does not look like she should be able to take as much of a hit as she does. She does not look like she should be able to take a beating and beat down giant monsters, being this slender little athletic like dancer kind of figure.
Cheerleader.
Yeah, like a cheerleader. But you see, I'm gonna lean into the cheerleader thing. I do like I don't know the terms, I'll look it up later. A cheerleader like flip, and I land on the beast, the giant guy. And I think what I would like is there's a flash of iridescent light as my fists begin to just slightly, just a flash. They don't stay glowing. I don't control light, but there is power that in that anime sense just unleashes. And I would love to just crater this guy in the face. I mean, it's not gonna take him out, but I would love for him to be a little bit scared right now.
Oh, of course. As you go ahead and hit, he stumbles. Actually, this creature just stumbles backwards. The blast is being deflected up into the air as the other two smaller Kishins are pushed apart from the psychic construct. With standing there, we go into the manga, kind of zooms in as it swoops down to the bottom left, where we see Bryce, where all we hear is just Bryce. As I say, you're an Oberon! Bryce! As you hear that screaming in your head, your powers manifesting. Please, Rip, describe how you unleash your 10 of swords.
So, in this moment, I would like to sort of see Diamond like pummeling this creature, and I'm assuming that it's like falling forward, and it's like sort of like she's like maybe like causing it like to buckle, and it's sort of like to come down. And you see Bryce sort of seeing this creature and analyzing the scene, and his armor starts to change. The catsuit, the skin tight catsuit that he was wearing sort of manifests and grows like another layer of armor. You see like sort of like the chest plate pop out, the stomach piece sort of pop out, like more manifestations on the thighs and arms. The gauntlets sort of grow bigger, and then this shining blue gem sort of appears at his in his chest, and this light. He like raises his hand, and like as he raises his hand, those shards sort of coalesce, and around him you see 10 golden swords of light that are pointing inwards towards him. And he says, I am Arcana, manifest, and behold the reverse 10 of swords. And you see like the tarot sort of appear, and visually it just sort of like grows and grows and grows and grows and grows, like sort of like a hologram behind him, so that way anyone can see. And in this moment I start like they sort of like float around me, and I start running up those psychic construct stairs that Sammy or Hex created, and sort of this beast is falling, and I can like running up, and I take these swords of golden light, and I want to like go to where Lula is, or try and run up this staircase and like leap and call and like grab them and like stab into the head of the beast, grab another one, stab into the neck, stab into the body, and like literally like pincer this beast down and put all of the 10 swords into this giant kaiju and like nail it to the street with these golden swords.
Go ahead and unleash your power, but we're not going to have you just roll with a normal freak to unleash your power or to engage a threat. You are now using the power of tarot. So the power of tarot is going to give you something new, something grand, a new sense of abilities, as we're going to do a 1-card draw. Depending on the draw will depend on the outcome of your ability. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the deck, as we're using a custom move. Convergence of Destiny.
The Chariot, a major arcana. So, once per session in your Arcana mode, in a dramatic display of power, you can overcome any obstacle that's in your way.
So you will see the Kishins normally like disappear, right? They like poof away.
Poof into cosmic dust, yes.
So you'll see that these giant swords, like sort of as I stabbed or like sort of like threw them, and then like grew and like pierced the beast, they sort of like the dust, like as the beast fades away, they sort of fade away, but the costume remains, and you can sort of see the like outline or shimmering of these swords, and you see they surround him, but they always point in the directions of either friend or foe. And so right now they're all pointed towards Hex and Diamond, and that indicates that they're the closest being to him. And so it's almost like the tarot's way of pulling us closer together. And so as this sort of Kishin poofs away and the sort of rubble settles, there's just like sort of a cosmic force that pulls us together. And
Beautiful.
and then as I just like grab my allies and say, I'll never be late again, I'm so sorry, you see like the tears sort of fall from under his mask, and like the dust sort of fades away.
Beautiful. And a brilliant showing of light. You see the Kishins all dissipate, roaring and screaming in pain as they turn into their cosmic dust, floating up into the sky. We're just standing there, and you see at this point you see at this point the helicopter flying up above, zooming in as on many different screens around Metro Tin City, we have, you hear them announce, "Oh my goodness! You are seeing this for yourselves live, everyone! Citizens of Metroton! A new terror has arisen! A new hero has been brought upon our city! He is the 10 of Swords!" And as we stand there triumphant, defeating the Kishin with your allies who have rejuvenated thanks to your ability, the screen, the manga page turns with the last page, zooms in this beautiful triumphant showing of the hero known as Rip. And we will end tonight's session.